Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. I'm Donna, and today we are here with the amazing Audrey Tucker. How are you doing today?
I'm great and happy to be here.
Well, I'm happy that you're here.
Good.
So we'd love to start off with the most difficult question ever. Who is Audrey Tucker?
Ooh, that is a tough one. Audrey Tucker is a rebel and a hellraiser. Tell it like it is. Passionate, genuine about my craft, and not just to focus on that because that's what we're really talking about, but that really is like a fundamental part of me. So, you know what I mean? I try to get that out with my music, and then, just things on my personal page that I show, that I really am who I am. This is not a act or something. This is who I am.
Oh, I love it. I think that's the best thing about country in itself. 99% of the people are authentically them. And
Right.
That is it,
Right.
So we were talking a little bit before we started about NBC's Starting Over. You want to tell me a little bit about the show and how that came about and how you decided to do that?
Well, it was a huge moment. It was like the turning point for what was bizarre behavior from me, which was I started hearing these melodies and throwing these lyrics together, and I was like confused. I didn't know what was going on. I knew they were country. I knew the lyrics were country. I did a little researching, and I was dragged down to Starting Over by a friend who just insisted that this was going to be my thing. And I really didn't think it was. And they picked me. I was like so dumbfounded that Starting Over chose me to go on this platform about, these songs that I'm hearing, which I'm like, well, are they going to paint me as I'm gone crazy? Or or that this is maybe she's tapping into something. So, you know what I mean? It was a beautiful turning point, though, for what had began as, very confusing to me.
That's so wonderful. And if they were putting you as crazy in any sense, if we go back in history and look at, the greatest musicians of all times, like from, the composers of Bach and all of them, you had some crazy ones in there, I'm sure.
Had some crazy ones in there. So maybe I'm just loopy. Maybe I just hear these things and it's like, wow, that ain't bad at all.
Yeah. It's just part of the artistry. That's all.
Maybe. I'll take it.
Oh. So your recent release, now obviously we're talking, it is such a fun song. If everyone after this interview is over, if you haven't heard it, you need to go hear Truck You.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Donna. Truck You. Man, if you really knew me, you would get why it is so, like, it's hard to convince people, like, especially me, maybe like just seeing me, like, she can't be about this truck thing. And I'm like, oh, you don't know me. Yes, I am about this truck thing. I grew up a car fanatic. And the song is about my cousin bought an F-250. And I mean, it was nice, when the first time I saw it, but then he tricked it out. He put like another 50 grand in it. And when I saw it last summer, I lost my mind. I saw him in July of last summer. They had just come back from the Daytona truck meet down in Florida. And so I'm like, you got to tell me everything that happened. I should have been there. And he's like, oh, Audrey, they were lined up back to back. People had lights on and they were doing, and I'm like, ah! And I got hurt over the summer, I broke my wrist and then I ruptured my Achilles, and I kind of picked up my songwriting thing again. And when I knew when I said driving around in my F-250, I was like, this is about to be a song. I said, I'm about to write a song and the name of it's going to be Truck You. I had to go and Google, you know what I mean? I'm like, is there a Truck You? I'm finding out all this stuff. I'm like, oh, there's a truck. Yeah. And then there's a Don't Touch My Truck. And then there's a show called Truck You. And I'm like, ah! It was exciting though. I meant it. When I wrote that song, I meant it.
Well, that is awesome. So being the car fanatic that you are.
I'm a car fanatic.
Okay. So classic cars, all of them.
Oh, I've got a 99 Corvette convertible. I'm the only owner. That is my baby. That's my baby. I just cleaned her up this weekend and me and my mom took her out and I was like, it feels like we just bought it. Like we were just coasting. I was like, man, I love that car. That is my baby. But yeah, I love fast cars. Sports, fast, fancy. Not too fancy, but I like fancy. But I love a truck. And I love a good truck. Oh my God. When I look now, I scour the internet and I'm always looking on Instagram. Man, these trucks blow my mind. And I'm famous now. I leave them messages that say, you're killing me, yo. This is a Truck You truck.
That's great.
It's a Truck You truck. What?
Oh, I will say there's some amazing videos and I followed your socials and just seeing some of those trucks, I'm like,
oh,
those are
aren't
nice.
They killer? Man, these people are so dedicated. They are about it and they mean it. It's awesome. It's awesome. They're going to be here in June, the Atlanta truck invasion. And I contacted the event coordinator to see if I could perform. And then I thought, well, even if I don't perform, I'm going to perform because I'm going to be there walking around in my Truck You t-shirt. And I'm going to tell everybody, make a video. I got to. Yep.
Absolutely.
Mandatory.
Absolutely. You can do some Facebook Lives and just,
my God, yes.
All kinds of stuff.
I can't wait.
I'm so excited too. So would you like, well, let me ask you one more quick question. Who are some of the women that have inspired you to do music?
First, out the gate, Jody Messina. She was the first one that really, it was Heads Carolina. Was that Heads Carolina? Tells California. Oh my God.
Love her.
That's when I first, I'm comparing and looking up her lyric, I was still confused about what I was doing. So that kind of was my validation that I was in a lane. I'm somewhere, I'm in this lane, a Terry Clark lane, a Miranda Lambert lane. Of course, Shania Twain back then, she was at the top of her game. So I got it. There were a few that were they meant it when they said it. So I'm like, oh, I kind of get it now. Like Kerosene. Yes. Yeah, I get it. I'm like, okay, we can be raunchy and feisty. I'm here for it. That's how it started.
Oh, wonderful. And those are some great women to get started with as well. I mean,
man, those are the hellraisers to me.
Absolutely.
They are the hellraisers and they don't back down. And I love the lyrical content. I love telling someone exactly how you feel.
Yes.
I'm here for that. Yeah.
But one of my favorite Miranda songs is Only Prettier. And it's so right. I mean,
it is. It is. I get it. I love her. I do. She's a great inspiration.
So are you ready for the 20 crazy questions?
Yes.
All right. Like I said, no right or wrong answers, just fun. And hopefully none of them get us arrested.
Okay.
So, what was the last thing you read?
The newspaper.
Anything interesting?
No, I like scouring through the USA Today.
Perfect.
It kind of, the way it's done makes it easy. You can still enjoy it. I don't read books. My mom, avid. We've got thousands here. She's an avid reader. I'm not a reader. I'm not.
Well, it's okay. You're still reading something.
I'm a writer.
Hey, you're not the only writer that doesn't read a lot. Trust me. Hypothetically, if I came to you and said I need to hide a dead body, do you know a good place?
Yeah, I live on a lake. We're just going to take it right back here on this lake.
Perfect. I would say that too in Florida here because, there's gators, but
Yeah, we're just going to go. We're going to roll it down. It's on a little bit of an incline and boop.
Perfect. Oh, what's the best or top 2 concerts you've ever been to?
Janet Jackson.
Ooh, nice.
That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Out of my seat. And second, Prince.
Ooh.
See, these are icons.
Absolutely.
And I can take myself back and remember, I remembered being at the Prince concert. We had paid like $250 back then for $500 for 2 tickets. So, that was a lot, but we never sat down. We stood up the whole time. I'm like, why did we just do that? Yeah, it was awesome.
Absolutely.
It was awesome. Loved it.
It's the icon concerts that, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. We had a ball.
Oh, that's wonderful. So what's the first thing you would do if you won the lottery?
I know I got stumped. You know why? Because I'm dealing with something right now where I'm trying to find content with if being blessed and thankful. And if the dust settled right here, I'm like saying all is well. So there's an old me that would have said, run out and buy a mansion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take a trip around the entire world. And I still would splurge and do something really fun and quacky. You know what I mean? I think I got that in me. But it's just, you're catching me at a time where I've been doing so much reflecting and trying to, make peace of where you're at right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
I totally understand that. I was talking with someone else and we were saying that, the first thing I would do, pay off the mortgage.
Yeah. See,
yeah, like common sense things that people don't think, we're going to go probably splurge too eventually, but let's,
do real stuff.
Real stuff. Yes.
Exactly.
College debt, that's wipe that off, that type of thing. Yeah.
I get it. I do. I get it. But I'm just in that, we're doing okay. My mom just moved down here from Indiana. And so we really are blessed. Now we got awesome. Each other. Right. And we're like, we are doing great. What do you want to go
do? Oh, I love it. So tell us something on your bucket list.
I want to go on a cruise. Beautiful. I've done a lot of things in my life. Lots. I've been to Europe 8 times. I have done a lot of stuff. And none of my family, we have never been on a cruise. And I'm like, we're foodies. What are we doing?
Well, yeah.
Chocolate covered strawberries, all you can eat. What are we doing? You can find me at the bar, right? Okay. What? We have never done that. That is on my bucket list.
That's on my bucket list as well. So who knows? Maybe we can plan a group thing.
You've never been on a cruise?
I have never been on a cruise. I do have an RV, but I have never been on a cruise.
I cannot believe I met somebody else. I'm thinking I'm the only one.
That's how I feel too.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Yeah, we'll have to plan a group thing and just see how many people can get to book at once and take over the whole cruise ship.
Man, that's on it.
Wow.
Oh, I have another. No, I won't.
Okay.
I've never walked. Yeah, I have, but in the recent, I have never walked in like a very high end mall and just didn't even look. Just said, I'll take that bag and those shoes and that coat. I have always wanted to do that where you don't even look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just do it. You just say, I don't care how, I didn't ask you how much it was. That's what I want. Oh my, what does that feel
That's
like?
winning the lottery. That's what that's gonna,
Yeah,
yeah.
what is that life about?
Oh.
I always got to go, okay, I know where I'm at, but I got to check it out.
Yep.
I got to check it out.
Oh. Tell us, what job would you be terrible at?
Ooh, I'm a great people. I get along with people. Something that I like, office, locked in a cubicle, in a room. Like I went to school for chemical engineering, and that is not me. I have the brains for it, but my personality is not being in a laboratory all day long. It's just not me. And I suck because I'm so social and I talk and I want to, and they'd probably be like, she's on my nerves. She talks too much.
Oh, I think certain jobs take that certain personality.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Oh, so what's your game plan for zombie apocalypse?
Okay, my neighbors have their entire crap together. They have rations, they do it all, okay? And he has always told us if it goes down, just come right over and we'll go from there. And I'm like, okay, bet that's where I'm gonna be. I'm like, I keep maybe 4 cases of water. I'm just not what do you call
Prepper?
it? Yeah, I'm not a prepper. I am not a prepper.
Oh.
I'm not. So I'm like, ooh, I got to find somebody to schmooze in on. I've got some relatives that live maybe 30 minutes away, and they are too. They are serious. My cousin and his wife. Oh man, they got the guns. They got it. And I'm like, I didn't think y'all would ever be like that. And they're like, oh, we got to have it together. Unbelievable.
Okay. Good to know.
I got to go somewhere, right?
Yeah. Oh, so what albums or artists should we listen to before we die?
You're not going to believe what I'm getting ready to say. I just listened to it, and it's one of the best albums I've ever heard in my life. And that is the new Morgan Wallen album. I'm speechless. Amazing. I was working with another songwriter in Nashville, and she said she had just gone to the concert. And she said, oh, I didn't mean to say, I said, oh no, I went and listened. And I said, my goodness, I still can't, I could go on and on. A genius, a genius. Well written. The musicality of it is unbelievable. And now I get it. I'm like, oh, nothing was going to stop him. He's to the moon.
Yeah.
On his way to the moon. That's really right now. I'm here for it. And I get it. Maybe as a writer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sitting down and listening to, and his voice. I'm a fan. Just like Chris Stapleton, I'm a fan of the be you, and when you are you, man, magic happens.
Yeah. And I think Wallen did try to do his apologies and stuff as that whole news station and blow up, and and I think he realized what happened after he said it, and and I had a great conversation with another woman of color, and we were talking about that, and they said, if you don't want anyone to say it, these Black rappers also have to stop saying it too. I said, because they're promoting it in all of their songs when they use that all the time.
within my,
You know?
within my own culture, even though I'm half German, half Black, my mom's German. Um, I, that is absolutely true. But I'm also just a forgiver. Like I'm not a grudge holder. I just have never been that type of person. I didn't really even dive into it at the time that it occurred. I was like, give or take, like,
Yeah.
you know, but when, his sales didn't go away, it actually increased, if you can
Yes.
remember
I
things.
do remember. Yeah.
And then the album that he just won for album of the year, I'm like, well, if you're not a real music enthusiast and you don't know how to draw the line,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, as a music enthusiast, you would have to be able to say, hey, I don't care what he did. This person is a genius. Like, that's where I'm at with him.
Yeah. Well,
I'm a
like I said,
fan.
I like the fact that he did donate money and stuff to a lot of causes and stuff. And that I
Yep.
was like, okay, so at
Yep.
least he's trying to make amends for, but and it may be true. He may use that language with his friends, and we don't know. We're not there. We don't know him.
I'm not
So
there, and I'm definitely
I
not going to pass judgment. I'm
exactly.
not. Nope. That's not
I
my place.
Yeah, I think he
Keep
could do
giving me
more
the
of a
music.
teaching tool though for that.
Yes.
Like I think he could have
Yes.
done a little. That's what I think, and that's just my personal opinions. I think he could have taken that and ran with that a little more and said, "Look, let's film this. Let's get together with the organizations and explain why it's wrong and broaden that a little more." Is what that's my personal thought. That's if I was the PR person, if I was the person, but I would be like, "Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's help educate the rest of the world. Let's why this is so offensive.
Man,
why that's just me." But yeah,
I know, but I mean, I get it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I get it. And he didn't lose anything from me. I love it.
Yeah. So, who would play you in about a movie about your life?
Like, what is her name? Nicole Ari Parker. She is married to Boris Cujo. And she's done a lot of stuff. I don't know if she can sing or write, but they can fix that.
Exactly. Anyone can sing in a year. I mean, come on.
Oh. It would have to get, what do you call it? We'd have to get down to the nitty gritty for someone to play me and play me, with all of my this going on, all of the different dynamics to me and things that make me exactly who I am. I am feisty and I have tons of attitude. It can be good or not so good. So it's like, which way you gonna get it today? But I like my little sass, I depend on it actually for a lot of stuff.
And that's what makes you you.
Yeah. Yeah. It helps me to write the stuff that I write. And it allows me then to deliver it. I just had an interview with another lady about, she said, when you write for yourself and that you're going to say, you know what I mean? Driving around, like, you're getting ready to say it. And then when you even make just a demo of it and you hear yourself, it kind of takes me to where, ooh, this is going to be rough, trying to place it because now I wrote it and I'm singing it the way I know it needs to be sung.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
It might be good for a Ford commercial too. Hey, Ford, pick this up.
I have been sending it. I tag them on everything I do. You never know, though.
Never know. You never know what can happen.
I know.
Yeah.
I already got a movie. I got a movie. Yeah. We're discussing sync licensing.
That's it.
That's a good thing.
I think, sync is one of the,
for
those who don't understand the writing process as some of us do, the sync is where the writers make more money than if someone were to actually sing it, unless you're talking Garth Brooks or You know.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot. I love Garth Brooks. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Well, I'm not going to ask you where's Garth Brooks, but I'm going to ask you where's Waldo.
Where is Waldo? Waldo is in Destin, Florida, which is where I want to go.
That's just north of me. So, when you're there, make sure you come down and visit.
Where do you live?
I live south of Sarasota.
Oh, yay. I was just there.
I think
I
we should
went
have
to,
got together.
what is it called? Bradenton. Is there such place?
That's
Yeah.
just north of Sarasota. Yes, ma'am.
Ah, yes. And I loved it. My friends took me to the shopping with the daiquiris and I don't know the name of the place.
Oh, lots of great places to do that here. Yes.
I loved it. But I've been to Panama City Beach and I've done Naples, all of that. Now I want to go to Destin because I haven't been there. So I'm looking forward to going in the next month or two.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So let me know so that way I can follow you on the socials and
I'll be there.
Oh, would you rather cook or order in?
Order in. That was quick, wasn't it?
Yeah, that wasn't even a thought.
And I'm a great cook. I'm a great cook. And I cooked today, which was a rare thing. Yep. My specialty is pick up the cell phone.
Oh, I love it. There's nothing wrong with that though. Whatever makes you happy, right?
I'm just tired. I get drained, I'm on this computer. If I'm not doing that, I'm listening to something, I'm editing something. I'm tired. I'm exhausted, mentally drained. So it's like, not going to happen. I got a little tequila spot not far from my house. They know me. They're like, here she comes. She's coming for that margarita and that burrito. I'm like, that's right.
That's
I
it.
need it.
We are filming this on Taco Tuesday in case anyone's wondering. Just saying.
Oh,
it is Taco Tuesday.
I love me some Taco Tuesday and Wednesday and Tequila Thursday. Margarita Friday.
And Margarita Monday. Oh, do you sing in the shower?
Yes, all the time. Yes. All
Boots
the time.
Or heels?
Boots. I'm a boot fanatic. A boot fanatic. I just got my first pair of fries.
Nice.
I love boots. Yep.
What's the best thing since sliced bread?
Lipstick.
Oh, I love that answer. That is probably the most unique answer I've heard.
Spoken from a true, gotta get this together. If I had to be on an island, just give me my lipstick. I need my lipstick.
I think I have to ask that question. If you were on an island, what's one thing you couldn't do without now?
Lipstick. Any color. We don't care. We're not going to pick that. We just need the lipstick.
Oh, do you have any guilty pleasure music? If so, what is it?
Yeah. Believe it or not, I love smooth jazz. And I don't think a lot of people, here's the interesting thing. I don't play instruments, right? So one thing that a lot of people, when they've, over the years too, they're like, my ability to where are you coming up with these chords and these changes and you don't play any instruments? And I'm like, man, you give me an 8-hour drive with some smooth jazz. I don't have to record it or anything. It's like it just in my head. So when I'm getting ready to do something, I can just tap into something and it's like, ooh, that was smooth. How she took that. Ooh, I love it. That is one of my guilty pleasures that a lot of people don't know that I can listen to for hours. Yep.
That's wonderful. I would love to know what people don't know you listen to. That's right. I listen to everything. And that's, people are like, you listen to everything. I'm like, yeah, I can go from Bach to Metallica to country to, yeah.
My mom is classical. She loves. Yep. She's got her Vivaldi and all that. Yeah. That's see, I don't listen to that. But she'll listen to my smooth jazz. She will listen to that.
Wonderful. Nice that you can just listen together though too.
Yes. And she will say truck you. She'll listen to truck you. My
Your
dad is the
song.
worst. Oh, my dad is the worst though. Oh, he sang it. He sent me a video not long ago where he was singing it and he never said truck you. And we died. I said, what song was that? I said, what are you riding around in my new truck? And I was like, oh, daddy, that is not. My stepmother was like, he never says truck you throughout the whole thing.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Dog, I'm done.
Oh, what is the worst pizza topping?
Pineapple. Good. I don't like pine. I don't get it.
I'm going to start a group that's called the No Pineapple Pizza, and then the Pineapple Pizza because it's either or. Like you either like it or hate it. There's like it doesn't seem to be that
Do
gray
you get
area.
it though? Do you get it?
I like it if it's like pizza, no sauce, just plain. It's like dough, ham, pineapple. That works.
No.
No.
Oh, no. Why am I not getting it? I feel
No, it's
like
okay.
I'm on an
No, you're not an island. There's like, it really is. I have this has been the big debate of 2022 is pineapple or no pineapple on your pizza, I think is the question now.
Nice.
It's not what is the worst topping anymore. I'm pretty sure this the conversation is pineapple, no pineapple. That's it.
Look at my face. And I get sweet and savory. Like I get that.
Yeah.
I understand the concept of sweet and savory, but the pineapple on the pizza, I cannot get.
That's okay. If you could be any person or any position like a CEO, an accountant, who or what position would you want to be for the day?
I want to be a judge, but a judge on a show. Like it could be clothes, models, songwriting is really. Everyone's going to think I mean like an American Idol. Nope, I don't want to do the singing. That's too cliche. First of all, but I just want to judge. Oh, I would do anything right now to judge a truck show. Like where they. Oh, let me pick.
There we go.
Oh, God,
there we go.
Yeah, that's my thing.
That's it.
Yeah. If I sign me up.
We got it. Let's go to the Atlanta Truck Show or wherever coming in. We got it.
Yeah. I'm going to just start my own, the Truck You event.
That's it.
It's a Truck You takeover.
Yeah. And that'll go anywhere. I mean, there's a big place out. Okay. I'm going to plug our Redneck Yacht Club. It's called Dirt, Mud, Trails, that kind of thing. It's perfect. Perfect.
Oh my goodness. Not the Redneck Yacht Club.
Yes. So.
And then you can play Henpecked Redneck.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Oh. So are you good at keeping secrets?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm not telling you any on here because we're recording. At what age do you feel like you became an adult?
Ooh, took me a minute.
I'm not growing up.
I'm an only child, first of all, and I am my daddy's still right now. Like, the love of my life is my daddy. And I didn't have to grow up. Like, how do you say it? I just had a good life. I did. My dad helped me buy my first house at 21. And I did grown-up things. I've had a business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you've been a responsible adult.
Yeah. And I didn't, but I still could and would make phone calls where, people would be like, well, aren't we 28 now? And what are we doing? And then aren't we 35 now? And what are we doing? She said she's going to go call her father. And I'm like, excuse you? Yes, I'm calling my daddy. I'm calling my father. I'm calling my daddy.
Oh, it's beautiful. Do you live by any words of wisdom?
Though I have my mantra is the will of God will never lead you where the grace of God cannot keep you. That just kind of is in here on a merry-go-round, and it just kind of twirls around here, and it keeps me planted and rooted. And these days, not much can take me out of my game. You know what I mean? Negativity, positivity, meaning I'm just so on this little thing right now where I'm cool as a cucumber. And if something works, yippee. If it doesn't work, oh.
I like that. Great sound effects.
You get what I'm saying,
Yeah.
though? Like I'm
Yeah.
just not getting bent out of shape anymore. Things that would make you, go down to your knees. You'd be so frantic and like, I don't do that anymore. I'm kind of just cool with it. Like even truck you, I'm excited. I love it. I love what I think it's doing, and the people that it's reaching. But, if it doesn't even go bigger, I'm like, hey, I did this though. I did this. I did it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And those are beautiful words to live by for sure.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I mean, some things work out. And, I think recently someone just said, another interview, everything happens for a reason. I'm like, that's something I've always believed. And
Me too.
just
I believe it. I believe in that. I believe in karma.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in faith, meaning I think there is something, you know what I mean? I feel it and I've been privy to it. So, little things, I sit back. Sometimes I do a massive, like make videos, post, I'm just do. Then sometimes I take 3 or 4 days. And it's funny because the 3 or 4 days, I seem to generate the most interesting request. You know what I mean? I get, like, where did you come from? Like, and that's because you just got to sit back sometimes and let the song do what it's going to do. It doesn't always need me. It doesn't always need me. That's for sure.
There are sometimes songs just go. There's no rhyme or reason, and it's just the right time for that song. And it's amazing when you see different songs that someone may have written 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago, and all of a sudden someone released it, and it's not anyone big, but it released, and all of a sudden it's like boom, shooting up the charts. And
that that's interesting. Truck You was my most recent song that I had written. Now I got a catalog that's bananas. But we just talked about that. The producers were telling me, well, we're working on the Trash Man. I have to tell you about the Trash Man. It's the cutest thing. But he was like, that is going to be new to everyone else. Because I'm going, I wrote the Trash Man this long ago. They're like, they don't know. Nobody knows. They haven't heard it. And I'm like, oh my goodness. If that's the one that really does it, I'm going to pass out.
Again, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, I'm just rolling right with it.
No,
I'm out here on the lake in a canoe and I'm just paddling, 3 or 4 strokes at a time. And then I coast on in.
Oh, it's beautiful. So what does the rest of 2022 have in store for you? More writing, more releases?
Yep, all of that. I am kind of tightening up a few songs right now that, I wrote them maybe 3 to 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because now I can critique myself. I can look at it and go, you were onto something, but there's another way to say that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
This was good, Audrey, but now there's better ways to say that. So I go in and tighten up things. I'm doing a lot of that right now because I know that the potential at any time, someone could either say, we want 4 more songs, we want an album. So I'm like, I got to get my crap together.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that. And we just discussed releasing the trash man, trying to do that maybe before the end of May. We want a good follow-up that is a good, another representation of me, that it doesn't go right with Truck You, but it kind of does. The trash man is this giant metaphor for the loser guy. And I wrote that song while I was jogging years ago, and the trash man really was coming. And they were looking, and they were off the back of the truck going, hey, ooh, ah. And I was like, oh, I ran back in the house and I said, that was annoying. The trash man. And it clicked. I was like, ladies, beware, the trash man is coming. Making frequent stops. That ought to tell you something. And I'm like, yes, the trash man's coming. I sat down and wrote that one very fast. And now I sent them the lyrics and they're like, we gotta see what we can do with that. It's spicy.
That's awesome. Saucy. So excited for this.
Yes. It is. Oh. It's a cute metaphor. See, I'm trying to do that, Donna. I want to be different. I am not trying to be anybody. You know what I mean?
That's the beauty in it, is just being authentically you and writing your best songs that you can write. And what you're just saying about rewriting those other songs, that's something that as a lyricist, we do it all the time, and people don't realize how much we'll come to the table with. Like there's a song recently I came to the table to 2 other partners, and we went 3 different ways with it and kind of grouped it together. And then I went to someone that had time to do the composition for it. And I'm like, look, we're on a tight deadline. We need a composition because we're doing it for something. Can you throw something together? Do we need to rearrange this? Let me know what you need me to do as far as lyrics and things like that. And she's also a strong writer. So I was like, okay, she went and we basically regrouped it. So it was like sets of 3s and 6s and totally different than most of your common structures. So it was so great.
It's a lot. Even I was trying to explain to my mother today how on paper is one thing, and then I already have the melody, but when I sing it,
you're like,
I have to study how it's, how close. I'm saying confusing or broken wing. Like, I'm like, Mom, if it doesn't sing right, it starts sounding very wordy to me. Yes, like you can't get the words out of your mouth.
Like it's poetry or something. And
I'm like, why would she say that? That's not good.
Exactly. It has to be that natural flow. And then that's exactly it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
You get it.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm doing a festival in England in August.
That's exciting.
Yes. That, the PR team in the UK picked me up as I came off of Starting Over, and they have never left me. They have been, awesome. Yep. And when I gave them Truck You, they were like, yes, now you can come to the festival in August and perform. And I said, I will be there. Yeah.
Wonderful. I'm so excited.
Exciting. And then we got the movie. Mm-hmm. I can't say anything else, but it's
coming.
Yeah. It's very promising. I'm excited that someone of this caliber would even contact me. I was like, huh? Am I dreaming? I'm excited. Yeah.
Oh, sometimes people see potential in other people, and all it takes is one yes. You hear tens of thousands of millions of no's, and that one yes makes it all worth it.
One.
Yes.
Love it.
Oh, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure talking with you and having you here today.
I love this. I really enjoyed it as well.
And you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. And thank you, friends, for joining us for another episode. Make sure you go follow Audrey's socials and get the latest releases. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.